This is the 39th video of the wargaming of the Battle of Gettysburg. I am playing the Union, and the game's artificial intelligence is playing the Confederates. It is July 2nd, 1863, 10:20 a.m. Turn 67 out of 156, and it's the Union movement phase. Let me slide this timer out here. I believe I have completed the movement on the left flank and am in the midst of moving the artillery. This is moved, coming up the Gettysburg Road. Let's change it to a strategic view. Makes it a lot easier to see. And we'll continue the movement. Okay, that looks like it. Let's pull up the J map to make sure, and that is it. Now we're concentrating on the right wing. And we're withdrawing up this road and through the woods. But we've got to fight off these guys. Okay. Oh God, where do I start? I guess I start here. Let's withdraw the disordered guys back here. Oh, these guys are not disordered. Okay. Yep, there goes the furnace. Must be cold out there. Let's go through the woods here with this disordered guy, and this guy will follow. Put this guy in line. Bring him out here. And we'll turn him around. Now nobody should see him because he's one hex behind the high ground until they come over the top. Then they'll run into him. Don't see another guy from his brigade. Oh shoot, grabbed the wrong guy. Okay, that's as far as he can go. Guy's in good shape. So we'll put him there to clear a lane for these guys. This guy's got 2 guns. We'll give him 2 more. This guy's got 3 guns. Oh, let's give... Oh, shit, this is a routed guy. Well, that's okay, he can follow these guys. I never saw a routed battery, but there's one for you. Oh, don't tell me. These guys have recovered their disorder finally? Jesus. Well, that's something. Oh, this guy's still disordered. Let's shove him back here. This guy. He went in the woods in line. He crossed that stream and he wasn't disordered. That's interesting. Yeah, so these 3 guys finally recovered. Okay. Send this guy out here. This guy's got 2 guns. Push this guy out in reserve. This gun's on high ground. Got 2 guns here. Let's put this guy in line. Whoop. Wait. Gotta get this guy. Oh, shit. We'll put him in line. He's 5. Well, both in column. We'll have this guy pass to the rear. Okay, now this guy we'll put in line. We'll turn him around. And we'll give him this section of guns. Okay. Got a guy in line here. We'll put him with these guns. Turn this guy around, we'll back him in there. I don't know if this guy can fire over the head of this guy. Maybe not, but he'll be a good backup in case this guy gets disordered, because he's on high ground. So I'll just leave him there. What's this guy? Another disordered guy? Okay, this guy's routed. We'll move the disordered guy this way. Okay. Now we've got 2 brigades here. These guys will take possession of the woods. These guys they'll get on the high ground here to watch these guys flank, and they'll be 1 hex back from the crest, and since this is lower ground, no one should see them. Let's hope they don't. It'll be a nasty surprise if someone tries to flank Benner's Hill from the north. They should remain hidden. A little later I'll see if I can get some artillery up with them. Okay, what do we got here? We've got some routed Confederates, so they aren't going to give us a problem anymore. We've got the disordered guy in column. So start march. Yep, that's all he can go. What do we got here? We got 3 regiments, rebel regiments stacked up. 2 are routed, and 1's disordered. This guy's disordered. Okay, let's see how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna turn this guy up. 1 click. Oh shit. Well, I was hoping to bring him on this gun. Oh shit. I'll have to put these disordered guys on the gun because I don't want them meleeed. And we'll bring this guy down here. Turn this guy in. So we have him surrounded. Hopefully we should blast him to pieces. Now there was a unit here. I don't know what happened to him. He might have run in those woods. So let's there were some guys here I lost sight of. So we'll try to bring these guys from the wings into safety. All these disordered guys. They're moving at half value. But I want to save them, otherwise they'll just be... Oh, how does this work? Where's the road? Straight down. Otherwise they'll just be casualties because they're helpless. They really can't defend themselves. These guys are routed. These routed guys are tricky. Sometimes they can't move. These guys can. Sometimes it just vaporizes when they try to move. So you never can tell what's going to happen. There's another disordered guy. And another one. Just got to get these guys the hell out of here. Another one. Look at all these guys that are disordered. Okay, this wagon. Oh, these guys aren't disordered. I'm going to keep him midway here in column in case something happens on either of these flanks. I'll be able to send him there. Okay, these should be... Oh shit, this guy. He's just like a human target out here. They keep shooting at him. Try to take a roundabout way. He's only 24 men, Christ. Should leave him behind. But he's not disordered, so he may be able to get away. Okay, let's start moving this artillery through here. That's what I really want to save. Okay, which way does the road go? Nowhere. Okay, so we just have to cross the stream without a road. It's going to make our retreat pretty slow. but we'll get there. The hell's this guy? Holy shit, it's Jeb Stewart. We'll capture him. We captured him. Jesus. I guess they forgot about him. He was yelling at his cavalry as they rode away. Hey, come back, boys. Don't forget me. Now he's gone. Oh, these guys aren't disordered, thank God, so I can put them in column. Okay. These guys are disordered. Can they cross? You can cross there. All right. I do believe that's everything. As soon as this combat is settled, and these guys are like crossing the stream, I can withdraw all these guys and these guys. Okay, I do believe that's... Let me just check the J-map. Oh shit, there's somebody right there. Who is it? Oh, Wagon. Okay, almost forgot about him. This J-map is great because it's a little... You just type a J and it shows you the position of all your units and all the enemy units you can see. So the Union is blue, Confederates are red. And see, I saw this blue dot out here, so it's like, what about this dot? Did he move? No, see, he didn't move either. Another wagon. And so you can spot things like this, which are always going to happen. There are so many units here, you can't keep track of them. But you can see if there's a blue dot in the middle of nowhere, it means you haven't moved them. There's one here. Oh, he's watching. What is he doing there? Oh, here's the retreat. I guess he's maybe making sure no one sneaks up through Black Horse Tavern and tries to cut off this retreat. In that case, he should be faced backwards to look that way. Okay, I do believe that is everything. So let's go on to Confederate defensive fire. There shouldn't be that much. Most of his long-range stuff. 1 man. 6. 24? Well, he disappeared in a puff of smoke, so I guess I don't have to worry about where he is. I don't care where he was. These guys are under fire now. Okay, that guy. The surrounded guy killed one guy. Okay, where are these bastards firing at me? Oh, that's my rear guard here. Okay. This is the 3rd Corps rear guard, so 2 men. I'll keep these dirty dogs back. 1 man. It's not even worth firing at those guys. No effect. Okay, there's no one around here. I'd like to know where that enemy artillery is. It's the so-called masked battery that fires on these guys down here, because I don't see anything around here. These guys aren't pointed in that direction. These guys are, but they're on low ground. They can't fire through this city. I don't know where the hell that fire is coming from. Okay, now they've got 2 regiments there, but we're all ready for them. these guys are out of range. Now, Custer's last stand. Okay, we'll see if we can make these guys go away. God, there's 3 regiments there. 2 are routed. 21. And 1's disordered. 13. It's going to take a lot of firing to kill all those guys. Christ, no effect. He's right next to him. He shot him in the back. 12. I think I would have got somebody. 13. Oh, 11. Well, they're getting whittled down slowly. Okay, I don't see anybody else around here. So, on to the next phase. Union melee, we don't have any. Confederate movement. Let's see what he's going to do. Okay, he's moving down towards Gettysburg from the north. Where are all those Confederate divisions? There are a shitload of them. I don't see. Maybe I can see 1 division. I mean, there's 9 altogether. Union defensive fire. Okay. Well, here's my retreating guys. Well, he's still there. I don't know if I should fire at him now. We'll see what kind of luck I have. If I can't get anything on this close guy, well, 4 men. Okay, we'll fire this one. 3. I'm not even going to bother with this one. Okay, I don't see anybody around me. Oop, 1 guy disappeared. There were 2 here. Gee, I wonder if he's sneaking up through the city. I guess we'll soon find out. The only other firing I have, I think, is up here with the last stand troops. Okay. Oh, shit. Those 2 routed guys recovered. Now, how can they recover? Regiments have surrounded them, and they're all firing at them. And we're supposed to believe these 2 regiments rallied. I mean, musket balls are coming from all directions. And mysteriously, they're not routed anymore. Jesus. I don't know about this. Well, we'll shoot at them anyway. 8 men. This is piss poor for being right next to them. 9. One, Christ. Should have them all spit. They could probably knock 1. 18, that's better. They could knock 1 guy down with their spit. 8. Jesus, it's going to take forever. 6. Whoops, what's this? Must be that routed guy. He recovered. He's ready for action, but he's disordered. Well, that's why we left these guys here. What about on the other side of these woods? Oh, look at this. He can't see me on the other side of the woods, so I guess he's going to try to cross there and interdict my retreat. It'll be a surprise if he does. Okay. We're done with that phase. Confederate offensive. Jeez, he's firing long range. You got 2 guys there. Got 5 there. 1. Look at that. He's firing all the way across the board. He got 8 men though. Jesus, that's pretty good. Oh, he's got that. I bet it's that damn Whitworth at 10. I gotta get in shelter out of that fire. 4 men. Look at that. He's firing like at 10 hexes. Got 3 or 4 there. I forgot what you got. 2 there. No effect. 2. Okay, melee. Now is that guy going to go suicidal? Oh, he overran abandoned guns. There too. Congratulations. Now you can bring him to Richmond. Okay, Union movement. All right. Jesus, this is going to be grueling. All right. Let's go from the left flank to the right flank. Okay, here's my cavalry. And that guy, in case anyone decides to come through the woods. These guys do have carbines, so no, these guys really don't want to be out in the open there. Let's put these guys turn them around. Now we're behind the high ground of the ridge, so he can't see me until he actually comes over this ridge. And then those carbines should give him a nasty surprise. So we'll move those guys up there. We'll deploy them, and then we'll turn. Now while they're deploying, you can see the counter up here says deploying, they can't fire. So it takes them the rest of the turn to deploy, and they won't be able to fire until next turn. So you don't want to be deploying like real close to the enemy, because then he'll get a chance to fire at you twice, which will probably disorder you. Okay, we're going to bring these guys up here. We're going to deploy them, and we're going to turn them. So those guys will have infantry with them. So all of these guns have infantry, which is good. I'm going to bring this guy back here in like a reserve. And I'll deploy this guy over here and turn them around. So if these guys try to sneak through here on 6th level, they won't see these guys until they come on here on the 7 height, same as these guys. And all of a sudden they'll run into them, and since these guys have carbines, they should give them a gut full of lead. Okay, now this cavalry is going where? I don't know. There's nothing out here. This ground is nasty. It's like semi-swamp, I think. It takes forever to move through it. There's no roads through it. So, I'd say this cavalry should probably stay on the road here as like a backup to these guys and a mobile reserve. because there's no use for cavalry on the right flank. There's just too many woods. So we'll just leave it in reserve. They can move lickety-split up this road. I think 24 hexes. So if there's some unforeseen circumstance, they should be able to react accordingly. We'll just group them all there. Okay. Now we've got the second corps. Let's deploy that guy in line. They're all deployed in line up on high ground here. The same here. This guy needs to go in the line. This guy's on high ground here. So he can go in the line. Oh, this guy's in line. We want him up here. So we'll put him in column. Move him up there. Turn him. Next time he'll go in the line. This guy's in line. Let's turn him down. This guy's in line. This guy's in column. We'll put him in line. Okay, so our line is real good here. If one of those 9 divisions show up here, we should be able to give a good account of ourselves. Okay, now the high ground, the 8s go here. Once that artillery comes up, we'll put some artillery in this line. So we'll put this guy in line. This guy's in line on the high ground. This guy will come down here. And turn around, we'll put him in line next time. This guy's in column. Let's put him in line. Ah, shit. I brought both men out. I didn't want to do that. God damn it. Now this guy, I can't bring him back. Ah, shit. So I don't have enough movement points. Ugh. I wanted to grab one, I grab both. I do that all the time. I think I learned not to, but apparently not. This guy's second corps. Okay, we get our line here. This is the first corps. So they go out to there. I believe this is second corps. Yes, it is. So we're going to connect with them. We'll go in a line there. These guys are second corps. We're strictly going to take a defensive stance on this front. See what the Confederates do. We've got several lines we can keep falling back through. So I'm going to put this guy in line. We'll turn him around, facing north. Put this guy in line. We'll turn him around, facing north. I'm going to leave the road unoccupied for the third corps. And this is one of their batteries. Okay, this is the second corps. We're going to get him off this road. Oh, these are second core batteries. Okay, let's pass these through. We'll distribute them. As far as they can go. Now, I think I was putting Bernie up here. Yep. Up in this area on low ground. And then I'll put Humphrey's division down here. Those are both of the 3rd Corps. So, let's see who's who here. This is Bernie. Bernie. Case of the brown is Willard. Okay, they're all together. This is 3rd Corps Artillery. This is more 3rd Corps Artillery. A lot of 3rd Corps guys were fighting up north, so they're going to come in disordered. We got to put them in the rear to recover. These guys are going to have artillery sections, so if for some reason these guys would get routed here, these guys can just step up to the high ground here, and these guys hopefully can retreat in this direction, and these guys would be able to fire on the people that broke through. Because Ward is totally combat effective, and I'll put the guys I need to recover in back of him. Graham, that's Bernie. Okay, we'll march him down this way. Ah, this is 2nd Corps Artillery. Okay. I'll go that way. Let's have these wagons are slower and shit. We'll have him follow the artillery. Here's Humphreys. Okay, so that guy's. We'll put him on the road. Ooh, it really moves. Oh, these guys are disordered, so they're just going to limp along, basically. Maximum of 3 hexes. Well, he hit the tree, so he can only, orchard, so he can only go 2. But these guys are slowly getting out of the way. Oh, this guy recovered. How nice. I'll put him in column. Oh, these guys are routed. Ah, they're the last of the Mohegans. Let's see if they'll jump the river. Oh, good. Oh. A lot of times they just break apart. These guys. Oh, the morale is D. Christ, I'm surprised they didn't just vaporize. Well, that's the last of the 3rd Corps then. No. Here's Humphrey's 3rd Corps. This is 3rd Corps Artillery, so they'll take the road. And their muster point is, this is Bernie's. So theirs will be down here. Now who the hell's this? Detrobrand. Bernie. Okay, so this whole brigade has to go up to Bernie. Oh, and this is at full strength. They've been cooling their heels in Emmitsburg. big brigade. Now who's this down here? Burling. Humphreys. Okay. And these guys? That's more Burling. Oh, he is green. Okay, so Burling is going, or Humphreys is going to muster around the peach orchard. Burling up here, south of the Kadori house. That was where Pickett's charge stepped off. That's where he stayed, I think, during that charge. Instead of going ahead with his troops, he stayed there. They shouldn't have even named it Pickett's charge. They should have named it Trimble's charge, because he went ahead with his brigades, which were from Pender's division. Pender got shot, and Trimble went with him. He actually went with him, but that Pickett, he stayed behind, and they named it Pickett's charge. Then he like had a breakdown. He shouldn't have. Lee didn't like him after that. He didn't like him at all. He always referred to him disparagingly. Like, is that man... I remember at Appomattox, when he was headed towards Appomattox, he was informed. Pickett went for a fish bake, and then his division was attacked and forced back, and then he had to ride to his division and try to salvage it. And then Lee was told that, and he said, "Is that man still in our army, with our army?" So Lee did not think much of him. Okay, let's move into the actual peach orchard. I think we'll take position on this low ground, just like Bernie, in front of the high ground, and stay hidden here, out of the way. And off the road. Who are these guys? Oh, Kelly. Okay, this is like the end of the line here for these guys. Let's get him off the road behind this wall. Ah, shit. I should have put him in line. Well, let's turn him. We'll put him in line next time. These guys should face up. These guys should face up. Okay. This is our reserve right here, cavalry, so I'll keep them on the road, but no one else is going to stay on the road. Okay, we've got to get these wagons down here. Let's move one up there. And we've got one here. Should put one up here. What do we got? 49 minutes, so we got 10 minutes to go. Okay, all these guys have moved. Now, let's put these officers back here. As soon as I move in a position, then I got to find all the officers and get them together. So we're going to move. That's as far as we can go. Okay. Disordered. Well, I'm going to keep him off the road. Disordered. Disordered. That's because these guys can speed right by him. Well, I do believe it's time to withdraw our rear guard here. Let's get this guy out of here. And this guy's in column. Put this guy in column. Whoop. Put this guy in column. And away we go as fast as we can. I think I'll walk this guy back to cover everything. Walk this guy back. Okay, the battlefield is clear, except for all his dead bodies. So, that takes care of the left flank. Oh, no it doesn't. I've got the artillery to keep moving. And there's a wagon up here. Where's that going to go? Oh shit, I should have gone across on this road. Well, instead, we'll go across this way. Let's do this strategic move for the artillery. It's a lot easier to see, and I can move it a lot easier. Now, we're going to go up the Wheatfield Road because most of this artillery is going to go up to the left flank. Okay. Well, I tried to advance my left and right flanks in some sort of pincer attack, but neither one worked out well. On my left, there was too much rough ground, and it was hard to cross the Chambersburg Pike because you had that railroad cut on the other side with some fences, which made it almost impassable. And then you came out on high ground and he had all his artillery deployed to sweep that ground, so that was like a non-starter. I would never do that again. That is not good terrain to launch an offensive on, as I found out. Now on the other flank, I got out way too far and all I was doing is trading blows with him to no effect because I couldn't advance. I didn't have enough forces to advance. And the forces that were supposed to come up behind them and do that advance, they got caught up in a lot of firefights because it turned out completely unexpectedly that he left behind probably 4 or 5 brigades. Why he would do that, I don't know, but it turned out to put the kibosh on my offensive because I had to fight those brigades instead of advancing into an attack. And so I'm still fighting those brigades. And they're on my line of withdrawal, so it's not like I could just leave them there. I would have been cut off. So that didn't pan out. Although that probably, well, I was going to say that was probably the best area for an offensive, but there are some problems there because when you come north of Gettysburg, it's all open ground, and he deployed his artillery on the high ground. So I took a lot of casualties, and I really couldn't close with him. With it. I shouldn't call AI him. It's an it. It's a machine, not a person. But I lapse into that habit, so. But I'm sure robots will become woke after a while, and there'll be rules on how you address a robot. And I guess the robot will determine if it's he, she, it. I don't know what the rest of them are. Nonsensical salutations. But there's a bunch of them. Because we don't want to misgender everyone just because they're a male and imagine themselves to be a donkey. You have to acknowledge they're a donkey. Or a Democrat, I guess. So I don't know how you address a donkey. Haw he? He haw? I'm sure they'll come up with a term. But, you know, when people want to identify as a watermelon, you know, I would think it'd get a little ridiculous, but nothing is too ridiculous for the woke mentality. You only have one brain cell, so it's kind of hard to walk and think or fart and think at the same time. You can only do one or the other. Just look at Joe Biden. He can't even do one thing. In fact, he can do nothing. I don't know if he has a brain cell. He might have 1/10 of one. Okay, it's 1 hour now, and after I move this, that'll be the end of the turn. So next time we'll move the right flank. So let's save this. And that's